Hello and welcome back to another Dominion League match. This time I'm playing against Heth. This is my fourth match of the season, and at this point things are still pretty up in the air in terms of the division standings, so it would certainly be nice to have another successful match after my last one against Jerry. So what have we got here? We have limited trashing in the form of salvager, and limited draw in the form of nothing whatsoever. Okay. There's a fair number of cards one might like to gain with Cobbler. I don't know that that's necessarily worth it, but it's maybe something to think about. Nothing other than silver really looks appealing on 3, so I guess I'll do that. I want to open with exploration. I'm not really sure I see the value in that over salvager. Oh, they just are going to go exploration salvager. I guess that makes sense. So now we can decide whether we want to get a cobbler. So there are, so I was saying, a reasonable number of 4s that we might want to pick up. It's not a particularly... none of them are like super exciting. So the alternatives are basically all peddler variants because we don't really need much in the way of terminal space. We've got treasury, bazaar, poacher. I mean, for what it's worth, not that I would take poacher over treasury, but they all look kind of roughly similar. Opponent going for marauder, I think that makes sense. I'm kind of thinking I could get a cobbler and then grab a marauder off of that at some point, which might be preferable to actually taking marauder right now. So I think I'm going to do that. I think second cobbler is not, like, we're not going to be like drawing deck or anything here, so I'm not going to bother with that. I'm probably just going to take a treasury. Could take exploration, but there's not really anything. All that really is going to do is give me a copper. I think I'm just going to take a treasury. I guess the other question here is, do I want to play with farmer's market? I can potentially make that decision later using the cobbler. Got 4. Poachers are going to get bad eventually, but it's going to take a while. I think I'm going to grab a poacher. Well, this would have been a good time to have a villager, I guess. Maybe I should have taken exploration. I didn't really think about that. Probably should have. Okay, so could take another poacher, take a farming village. Farming village will skip over estate, which I actually don't want right now. So I did see an estate last turn, so I want to draw that last estate. So I think it's either poacher or port. Poacher, I guess. Well, so much for that. So I could hit 9, or I could hit 7 with 2 buys. Honestly, 7 doesn't look that great. We could go like treasury, exploration, get that villager so that we can pick up the marauder. Or I could just grab some ports, I guess. think I'll do the exploration though. Yeah, really unfortunate to not see my estate there. Probably I should have taken exploration over poacher. I should have realized that I was gonna draw my salvager and want to be able to play salvager and marauder. I guess I could have just not played salvager, but dang it. How do we feel about gold on this board? We drew both of the estates without the salvager again. Great. It's pretty... I don't know. If we do end up getting a marauder, that does make gold less appealing. Like, I could just take another treasury. I guess I could take another cobbler. Maybe I will do that, actually. Yeah, this cobbler is going to miss the shuffle. This has not gone according to plan. I might want to take another salvager at some point. Okay, let's get this mine out of here. We could go ahead and put a marauder into the shuffle. Could also just put another... Wait, what? Oh, I don't have the villager because I bought... Why did I buy exploration on a turn where I bought another card? That was really dumb. I just completely forgot about how that worked. Wow. That was really stupid. Holy crap. Alright, so should I take the marauder? I should probably gain the marauder to hand. He'll take ports. And then take salvager with a future. Cobbler play. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the marauder and just hope that I don't have vision. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so once again, gold or probably treasury. I think I continue to prefer treasury. It's pretty sad. It's a pretty sad board on the whole. Okay, here we go. Oh wow, that's taken a lot of ports. I had not noticed that. When did that? Guess this bought, yeah. I mean, I don't really care, but do we want another treasury? We could just take province at this point. I think that's totally ridiculous. We could take like treasury farmers market. I mean, this game is slow enough. That's probably more correct. Because like with the marauder and the alt VP from farmers market, so I think I will do that. Maybe I'll grab another salvager here. The treasury and cobbler are a little bit of a nombo because you get less information about what you're working with on a given turn because of the treasuries. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but like last turn, or when I picked up the, whenever I picked up the Marauder, it was a little bit awkward. Okay, well, I don't want to play that farmer's market anyway, so that's fine. I want a Coin of the Realm. I guess it'd be nice to have, maybe? I don't know. Not sure it's worth. Buying treasuries over and over feels really silly, but yeah, I don't know. I'm skeptical of Coin of the Realm. It's worth drawing all the way through, and then it'd be better to take an exploration turn or something if I'm really concerned about terminal space. And there's villages I can pick up too. These poachers are gonna get pretty bad pretty soon. I don't know if the ports are gonna run or not, but the ruins sure are. Buying yet another treasury. Okay. Just keep on doing it. I think this turn. I guess I could take another Marauder. Try not to lose the, or I could just take another Salvager. I like getting another Salvager. Play survivors here. Want to do that and trash the ruin market? Is it time to take province? Take 2 more treasuries. Just have all the treasuries. I don't think I want the spoils in my deck anyway. So we could go province farmers market. I'm not really excited about having the farmers market in my deck, admittedly, but or we could just go double treasury and just have a whole bunch of them. I'm actually going to go double treasury. I know it's ridiculous, but I'm just afraid that once I start provincing, my deck is just going to completely grind to a halt. Interesting that Heth is now investing in cobblers. So, are we buying another treasury? I guess so. I mean, I do want to get rid of these coppers. This turn, probably going to take another farmer's market. We've seen 2 of our terminals, so we're pretty unlikely to have like terminal collision problems. I mean, I guess we'll see whether heth plays a farmer's market or not. Okay, so treasuries and ruin libraries are both. Oh, sorry, ruin libraries. Treasuries and ruins are both at 1. Ports are at 4. This game could actually end pretty soon at this point. I should definitely take a province this turn. I imagine heth will be taking a province here. Heth did play farmer's market, so like I would like to grab the points off of farmer's market. I think it could make a pretty big difference. If I find my other farmer's market and can play it, I think I'll do that. Okay, good. We found a port. Well, not going to get the points. Oh, whoop. I thought I was discarding, but there's not actually a pile empty. I guess that's fine. So I can buy province without playing this farmer's market. If I play the farmer's market, I have 4 coins. So I can get to province duchy. That probably is worth it, yeah. That exploration buy looks so dumb right now. Holy crap. Now, if heth doesn't take the farmer's market points somehow... Oh, they've got a cobbler in play. Of course they're going to take them. Okay. But they're not going to get any money off of it, so they might fail to hit province. What am I going to take with my cobbler? It might be salvager. Whereas I might draw a salvager. I've seen one of my salvagers this shuffle, I believe. I have 3. Of course, I'm only going to be drawing 1 card. 40% chance to draw a salvager with that 1 card. Or sorry, 40% chance. And then if I draw another card, it's like 40% plus. It's like 70% chance, I think. All right, probably it has a farmer's market in hand. Guess. A lot of ports, but don't have terminals to play with the ports, as far as I know. Well, there's that one, but... Yeah, maybe what I want is farming village. Let's go with farming village. Spoils. That's nice. Okay, we did find a salvager. So we can province off of this and trash the survivors. That seems alright to me. If, well, we can salvage Cobbler, we can salvage Poacher. Okay, ruins are empty. Salvage Marauder. That's probably the best option. That'll get us to Province. I think I'm in a reasonably good spot here. At least 5 coins here, plus, I mean, with Farmer's Market, I've got Province in hand. If heth doesn't, like, play 3 of them, or 2 of them, I guess. If heth plays 2, then I can take the point, so that's not so bad anyway. Okay, so I could take another farming village. Butcher's not ridiculous here, because the ruin market. But it might be nice to skip over green cards, if possible. It's not very likely. Discarded a duchy. So I have 3 provinces in these 20 cards. Salvager. I guess we don't really need Salvager. Just take farming village. Wrong order. Oh well. Oh, we could salvage province here. I mean, we're never gonna see this ruin market again. So if we play, so 6 coins, 7, 8, 9 coins, we buy province, we salvage province. We're at 27. I do kind of like that. Now, if heth were to double province, they'd have to still get more points to come back. And if I can just hit like duchy or something. It is too bad I didn't get my cobbler into play, but assume heth is going to take a duchy here. Oh. Could go province, that's pretty dangerous. Could go for duchy, double duchy. Whoa, that's bold. All right, if we could salvage port to hit province. Let's play ruin library, I guess. That looks pretty good right now. Probably shouldn't have played the port that I did. I was sort of piloting it, but luckily I stopped after drawing the other port and was like, oh, hey. We're very likely to have this here. So we salvage a treasury. Can we have it, right? Yeah. right. Well, off to a good start. That was an interesting one. Kind of slow. Oh, I get to be first player too. Sweet. (5-2) with stockpile on the board? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. His only trashing is goat herd. This looks pretty awkward. Maybe I just open with swashbuckler. I mean, because eventually we're gonna be able to draw with like swashbuckler villa. Like we'll want to get a goat herd for sure, but goat herd nothing seems pretty unappealing to me. I think I'm gonna get a swashbuckler. I definitely think this is not the ideal opening. Goat herd stockpile probably, maybe stockpile cargo ship. I don't know. There's some things you could think about, but the 2 just looks quite terrible. And of course, like the swashbuckler was never going to gain coffers either, which doesn't help too much. All right, so we hit 5 again. We could take another swashbuckler. Like, that's not ridiculous, given Villa. Next turn, I mean, we should be able to buy something, so... Yeah, alright. I'll take another swashbuckler. Gonna want to get a goat herd here. Gonna want to get stockpile, obviously. 5 again. Okay. Probably not correct to take another swashbuckler. I think we gotta take stockpile now. Certainly shuffling a lot. Mission does not seem very good here. I mean, you could triumph on your mission turn, but I don't know how you're gaining cards. I do think triumphing ultimately what we want to be doing, ideally. I don't know how feasible it's going to be to pull off like a monster triumph. Like in theory, like with Horde, you know, you play a bunch of Hordes and get a bunch of golds or something, but I don't know that that's like actually going to happen. Okay, so now we can actually do some stuff. What we can't do is like buy, I mean, other than a copper, like buy something by Villa and then like activate Swashbuckler, but... Alright, I mean, are we just getting the stockpiles back? I really want a goat herd, but... We've decreased the amount of draw in our deck. But on the other hand, we've also decreased the likelihood that we are able to buy Villa. Like, part of me wants to buy another Swashbuckler. Probably not correct. I think it was giving a little bit of thought to Triumph there, but I don't think that makes sense. Well, fortunately, we see Swashbuckler with Stockpile on the top of the shuffle, so we should be able to do some stuff here. Heth really going after the stockpiles big time. Okay. I don't think it matters. Oh, wait, I can't. I can. Oh, I don't have a Swashbuckler to play. That's the problem. Right. Okay. I have 10 coins. We want to get our stockpiles back. Which I think means we're going to go Goat Herd. Could grab a cargo ship. Also grab a mountain village. A mountain village, I guess. It's a little awkward with Swashbuckler because it can like take a card out of your discard and then you don't activate, but ooh, no. 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 I guess I should have taken up Ghost Town. Kind of trying to avoid that. And now the stockpiles are all going to be gone. That is my expectation. That's just going to empty them. Oh, no, okay. What? Alright. I guess I only have the 2 Swashbucklers. I shouldn't be so surprised. We have up to 11, so we could go stockpile, Swashbuckler. Seems pretty reasonable. No, come on! No! Ugh. We can get another Swashbuckler here. Probably should. Man, where's my Goat Herd either? Difficult to balance the build order here when you start with Swashbuckler rather than with Stockpile. There we go, 3 stockpiles. 4 stockpiles. 5 stockpiles. Okay. I think I'm just taking a Swashbuckler here. The Horde makes some sense, but I can't afford one anyway. And I have not activated Swashbuckler once. Heth has already activated it like 2 or 3 times. Ridiculous. Doesn't look like much of a triumph turn for Heth. Just goes for Duchy to gain gold? That seems a little weird. Okay. Once again, we kind of just stop. Where are the rest of our Swashbucklers? Do want to trash an estate. Wonder if I meant to take a horde here. I do need one. I do have more swashbucklers down there. Guess so. Okay, we can hit Villa, that's good. I mean, I wouldn't have minded having another swashbuckler too, of course, but... Yeah, look at that draw actually lining up. What's that about? Why don't I get to do that? I could see a triumph happening here. Oh yeah. Hopefully it will result in heth excessively junking their deck, but we'll see. Grab the last two swashbucklers, maybe. Probably what I would have done. This is like a... Doesn't go with the triumph. Okay, interesting. I think it's pretty safe to trigger this shuffle. I guess we could consider buying some more stuff going into the shuffle. Maybe that would have made sense, but I didn't. Didn't draw the horde. I didn't draw the other swashbuckler. That's probably fine. You've got all 5 of your stockpiles in exile. I've got 3, so these are the last stockpiles. Good to know. Didn't draw my goat herd. That's obnoxious. I would like to take the last swashbuckler, although it is a little bit dangerous due to piles. Piling villas wouldn't be trivial, but would be possible, I imagine. So yeah, up to 15 coins. Problem is I don't have the horde in play, so like if I play the stockpiles and triumph and end up with debt, then I don't... I should have bought that last swashbuckler before I bought the villa. Should have done it, but I didn't. I guess I could... No, I can't double province. It's going to be really hard to do anything without that last swashbuckler. But it's also going to be hard to do anything to stop heth from just winning on piling villas. Maybe I need to take the chance. I'm also concerned about not being able to afford villa in this next hand. I guess I've got 2 coffers though. Alright, so if we go province... Well, that's another reason not to triumph. Be able to buy villa. I'm just gonna go province swashbuckler. Oh, we got the horde in the next hand. We got Yeah, I just have to stop here, unfortunately. Just hope for the best. I mean, probably heth can pile on villas, but I need the draw. There's also a possibility that heth fails to draw this turn. Okay. Well, not so far. It's a good sign that they aren't winning anyway. But at this point, they need like only need like 13 coins to win, I think. Probably have that. Just short. Oh wait, I think they still have it. Now they need. Yeah, I think they have it. Even by triumph. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I needed to take that swashbuckler, but I don't know. Maybe there was a line where I can win this game without it, but it seemed pretty unlikely. Oh, well, they just missed it then. Okay, that's good. Well, maybe I can win off a big triumph then. Although if they triumph here, triumph. What? Well, I was gonna play the goat herd first, but now I kind of don't want to trash this estate because it might make a difference in points. If I province, let's see, if I get gain 3 villas, and triumph, that's 5 points. Puts me at 13, and then I needed province to win. I think I do start with swashbuckler and not goat herd. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm gonna need to buy the villas anyway. Okay. Here goes nothing, I guess. Okay. So I cannot buy villa and buy province, but I've gained 2 villas. So if I buy villa, estate, villa, double triumph. I can't buy double triumph. I have to buy estate triumph. It was enough. Okay. Well, I should not have won that game. That should have been heth's for sure. They had it, and they just didn't see the line. Okay, but we take those. Yeah, I needed all of those points. Well, I guess I had one more than I needed, but still, it was a close call. Okay, why are we looking at an extra card here? Oh, the Bane. Okay. So this Oh, wait, there's Border Village. Okay, so there could be a bridge megaturn thing here. We start with a 2 or 5, 4. I can get behind 2, 4. It's a border guard. There's no trashing, so I really don't want to be taking curses. The Bane is Fortune Teller. Ugh. Okay, well that... wonder if that changes anything. If we assume that we're going to be dealing with Young Witch regardless, then it makes more sense to go ahead and take the curses to do something productive than just take them. I mean, granted, like having them in the deck sooner is worse than having them in the deck later, but on the other hand, like I don't know what 5 I would particularly want to open with, so I mean Puka, I guess. Puka Potion could be reasonable. Oh. Of course, we also don't know if our opponent is going to bother to go for old or Young Witch. I don't really want to myself. I'd rather go for Scrying Pool, I think. Although, I don't know. I think I'm going to take the Border Guard and then just see what they do. If they go for Fortune Teller, maybe I should go for Young Witch. Okay, they do go for Young Witch. Alright. Yeah, well, that's another reason to, I guess, go for it myself. Alright, this time I will definitely play the Curse Gold. I want Border Village, yes. I will take Border Village Puka here. Goes for Archive. I think I prefer to get Puka. I mean, I can definitely see the case for Archive, but alright, I guess we're not going to play this Border Guard. Because I don't want to trigger the shuffle with the Young Witch not in it. That looks like another Border Guard. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to buy a potion. Oh. The Archive would look better right now, I will admit. Probably more important to play the Young Witch than the Puka. Okay, we can get Potion now. Guess I will. This would be a good shuffle to trigger, except I guess the Border Village would miss. We're not going to have the choice anyway. Yeah, this should be a slow one. Okay, we top deck the Border Village. I can live with that. I hit 6 here. Do I go for Border Village? Scrying. Never mind. Uh-oh. Losing the curse split. Okay. Oh, got it, but I've got to trigger the shuffle. It's obnoxious. It's really obnoxious. And somehow Heth managed to get the horn, too. Seems unfair. So if I get super lucky here, there's a world in which I can give out the last curse. Yeah, not so much. Okay. We want a gladiator. Sure? Oof, this is a hand. Well, I'm probably taking the last curse anyway, so I might as well buy a scrying pool. Yep, there it is. Huh. Unpleasant board. Wait, I put down that I lost that game because I was like thinking of it as a loss because I should have lost, but I didn't lose. I won. I think I can do better, honestly. First gold has some appeal here. Definitely has some appeal. Like we could just take it. I mean, the downside is we're not cycling nearly as much. Probably more important to cycle, but you know I could do better. 5. Okay. So we can take an archive. Let's take a courtier. A bridge. I want a bridge. I don't know, maybe it's too ambitious, but there are 2 piles gone, so that's something to watch out for. On the other hand, neither of us has a lot of gains. Well, I can buy a scrying pool if I take this potion. Don't care too much whether we trash a gladiator or not. I am going to need some points to like overcome my curse deficit here. I don't know how I'm doing that. Pretty hard to buy things. This puka has not paid off, I will say. Guess I should have taken the archive. I can't believe how hard it's been to line puka up with copper. I'm expecting another archive from heth here. 48. Okay. Taking another bridge. It's a little bold considering I only have 1 border village, but yeah, I'm gonna take another bridge. I wonder if I meant to play Border Guard instead of scrying Pool first because I know there's a curse on my deck. I think not, but I'm not positive. The answer was actually yes. I can see the argument for taking Puka here, but I'll take the scrying Pool. Oh, finally. I guess I'll top deck the Copper. Okay, this is not a shuffle that I want to trigger. And yet, I don't know if I have much of a choice. Okay, so we can either get Border Village or Scrying Pool, but not both. It's pretty annoying. Yeah, this was not a good shuffle to trigger. I will freely admit that. But maybe I just go Pool Archive. Don't worry about the Border Village for now. Or maybe I need to take a Duchy. I could go Border Village Duchy. Okay, this is actually not so bad. Since I took the horn. So better to play the... I think it's better to play the Young Witch. Okay. I mean, we got further into the shuffle. That was my main concern. I don't want an estate. Alright, we should be able to buy something this turn. Hopefully we can find a bridge again. Rip horn. Yeah, the archives probably were better. Bridge stuff is probably too fancy. There's just not enough draw. That being said, yeah, I was going to say, my opponent doesn't have too much in the way of payload. Oh, hey, bridge. How about that? Wow. Okay. Ooh. I gotta play the bridges. I don't want to risk that I don't find my other border village. Definitely need to get a here, right? I wonder if I take the flag. My opponent has 1+ buy card that they just saw. They did shuffle their deck. But we're definitely taking a province. I guess I'd need to play the second bridge to be able to afford province. Maybe that was a mistake. It's definitely see the argument for taking the flag here. I'm gonna do it. So I could have been just short of drawing that border village. As actually, I should have. It would have been better to play the Puka than to get that flag bearer. So that's a mistake. All right, well, I'm going to be drawing a curse. My opponent doesn't take the flag here. Might stampede. If they don't block my gladiator. That's actually a pretty dang good turn. They can go province flag. Guess the archives are finally starting to kick in for my opponent. I guess it could be correct for me to stampede regardless of the flag. That's bold. So yeah, we could stampede here. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I had another opportunity to do that earlier, but I could be wrong. Guess the order doesn't matter there. Yeah, my opponent's deck is definitely doing more things than mine. At this point. Has he triggered the shuffle? That seems kind of crazy. I guess they've got a bunch more border guards to play them. Yep. No problem. Yeah, I definitely should have taken just trashed that previous turn, not taking the flag, and just gotten a province. They're still going to be down a point here. I would think I would. I mean, bridge makes sense, but. Okay, that was a lot of draw. Unexpectedly much. We're not. There's no pile that's low enough for me to win here, right? Because I only have 3 buys. Huh. Well. Discarded a lot of cards. I guess I don't want to trigger this shuffle. It doesn't, so it doesn't really matter which of these I take. Because we're just gonna play. Actually, wait, are we? No, we're not. We're gonna play this. Whatever. So then we play. Huh. We potentially buy Fortune this turn, which is interesting. We're just not gonna draw this well going forward. I guess it doesn't really matter between these. Say potion. There it is. Well. We could buy Province Fortune. The problem is, I feel like Fortune's a bit of a bait right now. We would get a gold in our deck, which would be helpful, but we might as well buy a scrying pool, I guess, since we got the 3rd buy. We're gonna buy at least one. I mean, we could just go double province scrying pool, leave Fortune there, let heth buy it, and then like not, have time to take advantage of it. Maybe. Yeah, that 8 debt is going to be pretty hard to recover from, I think, because I'm not liable to have, a particularly good turn like going forward. Double province, on the other hand, yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. And maybe I'll end up like stampeding again this turn. Yeah, that's some cards. My horn. Barely knew ye. Yeah, the archive approach definitely does look better. I think I thought I'd be able to get more border villages sooner than I would, and then play Puka and Thin Down, and then play Bridges. But that definitely did not turn out to be the case. So they're gonna have 3 buys if they want them. 40A. I doubt they can triple. And if they could, it's not clear they would want to. I mean, I'm almost certainly not going to hit province this turn, but they don't know that. Probably can double. Be hard to. It's hard to imagine they couldn't double. Although I think I'm going to really quick use the restroom. All right, so what did they do? They went by coins, bought a province. They cannot quite triple. They're pretty close. They could take fortune and have relatively little debt. I definitely see that being the play for heth here. They can't buy another province and then buy fortune, notably. They could go like border village, archive fortune or something, though. I don't know if that makes sense for them, but I think the most likely scenario at this point. Oh, duchy, huh? I don't quite know what to make of that, but especially without the border village buy. I guess trying to make sure that I can't like pile on border villages, which I. Oh, wow, huh. Well, okay. Do I just take another Brit? No, I take flag bearer, of course. I kind of forgot about the flag. I guess I stampeded and then I went double province pool and couldn't have taken the flag, but that was not great. Anyway, I suspect they're pretty well set up to win now with the additional bridge. They should be able to triple province if they draw again, which they probably will. So, yeah, I think in the end, the archive is just the way to play this board. This part of the problem is I may have also been that I overestimated how much scrying pool would be able to do. I mean, it draws, it draws a lot, but it doesn't draw enough to get through all the crud. The Puka buy looks really bad too. Played the frickin' card once. A bad card. I mean, granted, I got at least a little unlucky with that, but still. I did also lose the curse split for no particular reason relating to my choices or Heth's choices that I could identify. Didn't help, obviously. Yeah, taking the flag was a mistake as well. I should have, like you said, I should have played the Puka, trashed, and just bought Province without the flag, and then I still would have been able to stampede. But fighting a pretty uphill battle all game due to not investing in archive. I mean, obviously I could have gotten some archives later on, but it seemed like at no point has it seemed like, well, one archive is going to make the difference. Needed to get those earlier in the game. So yeah, if heth can play 3 bridges here, then they surely will win. If they don't, they take Province, Duchy, they're pretty winning too, no matter how well I draw, I think. They only have 2 bridges. It's conceivable they can't triple. But nope, they got it. Okay. Yeah. So that was better played by Heth than by me, for sure. I guess we're taking a quick break, so I will be right back. Alrighty. We are back. It is indeed my start. Alright, what do we got here? Ratcatcher's the only trashing. There's nothing that reveals patron except counting house. Well, no, you only reveal the coppers. Never mind. Villages? Villages? Anyone? No? Okay. Well, I guess there's patron. Well, we're gonna get a ratcatcher, I guess? I mean... Could definitely just be a dumb money board. Well, I think I want Ratcatcher either way. I'm actually wondering about Embassy. You can also like invest in something potentially to like discourage doing things, I guess. Investing in island is kind of funny. I don't think I want to open invest, but I guess we'll see what heth does. Problem with opening Embassy is we give heth a silver. Okay, that doesn't really tell me anything. Could invest in Embassy, I guess. Then we get an Embassy. At some point, we get an Embassy that doesn't give heth a silver. Has some value. We also don't have to worry about drawing our Ratcatcher dead this shuffle. I like that. Invest is such a rude card. Wait, what? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. So we could just take a gold here. Or embassy later. Sure, I guess. Oh no, I can't afford it. I could invest in another embassy, I guess. Or in something else. Maybe I'll invest in Island. Um... Hmm. I'm gonna play in money next turn. That won't be an issue. We take a patron and like bank, you know, a villager or two. Could come in handy later. I'm struggling to figure out the right way to play this. I guess it's not like given we have plenty of money next turn because we might not see our gold. I think I'm gonna take the patron. If they invest in Island, fine. So now, when do we take the embassies now? We could also, if we want to bank a villager, we could grab a baker for this shuffle. I guess I don't mind that. Take the embassies now. And know that we'll have one villager to play with. Although, we could end up bottom decking our patron and then pairing it with an embassy, which would be annoying, but... I could just take gold here. Maybe that is actually better. I mean, at the very least, we're more likely to hit... I mean, how likely am I to hit 5 next turn? I guess I'm pretty likely. It's 50% chance that we don't see the patron. That would be pretty sad. Okay, we found it. I almost wonder... I should probably take the embassies. Get another estate out of the way here. Wonder if I should, though. My opponent never played their rat catcher. Oh no. Probably need to start taking province now. No, they did trash an estate. Okay. Got the villagers. We can play both of the embassies. Woohoo! If we need to. We don't, but might be a good idea to just to dig through the shuffle because we're seeing the other embassy anyway. If my opponent provinces here, then I'm in a tough spot. If they don't, I don't think I'm in a pretty good spot. I mean, I'll have to duchy, obviously. But, like, I'll be way behind. Okay. So if I take province here, I'm up by a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. No reason not to do it this way. You can see. We got the province in hand, so if they roll the dice and go for province, we win. If not, we've got the embassy coming up. We've got 2 embassies to their 1, right? Which is should be a significant advantage. Also got the baker to store coffers over time, so okay. We could trash a copper. Don't think that makes sense. Right now, my opponent does buy the last duchy, which is not good. If I meant to just sheep this, maybe so. It's hard to see how they're going to miss duchy. At some point, we can buy an island. Or an estate, I guess? No, that doesn't work. We want to cycle back around to the embassies? Or do we even care? I guess we do. Whoa. They wish. Whiff. I can't. I'm not going to whiff. Playing embassy. So if I buy island, I do take a 1-point lead. They draw a bunch of cards. but I guess I invest in island. Yeah, they draw 4 cards, but I mean, it's still not safe for them to take province. Now, if we ping pong islands, I get the last island. So I think I'm actually good here. Especially because I've got more coffer generation and an extra embassy. I think heth's response to that is to buy a state? Either that or YOLO province at some point. Bought the island. Why? Alright, we did not see an embassy last turn, so I do not want to play this embassy. So yeah, now heth buys a state and can offer. I will then have the opportunity to offer a tie, but I have 3 coffers and they have none. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Especially because estate ping-ponging also ends with me taking the last estate. I wonder if I am meant to trash copper at this point. I don't think so. Especially if I'm going to be adding estates to my deck. I mean, I could offer the tie at the cost of all my coffers. Just keep accumulating coffers with the baker, and then by the time it comes time to buy that last province, heth is going to struggle. I am not. Alright, I guess we're playing the embassy here so that we can get back to the baker. That's what we actually care about. I'm not capable of buying province right now. But, oh. Well, I wish I were. Dang. Well, that's unfortunate. Now I am. I think that's just game, right? That's half VP. Yeah. Okay. So the invest shenanigans worked out a little better for me than for my opponent. I don't know. Invest feels like just too first mover advantaged to me. I might ban it at some point. In the meantime, off to the next game. I mean, heth potentially could have taken another embassy at some point, I guess. Probably would have helped them. Okay, so we've got Doctor and Smugglers for trashing. We don't have Draw. Okay. I said Smugglers. Doctor and Bounty Hunter is what I meant to say. We could open double Bounty Hunter if we wanted to. Or Bounty Hunter Silos. We're definitely going to alms for a Bounty Hunter. I think Silos is better, yeah. One agrees. Especially with alms. Like, we don't really care too much. We're running into estates or whatever. And we obviously want to pair them with the Bounty Hunter. So what do I want here? Sculptor, probably pretty nice. Heth goes with Doctor overpay of 2. Doesn't honestly seem that exciting to me. I think I prefer Sculptor. I mean, at some point, if I happen to have a bunch of coppers that I've silos, maybe I'll overpay for a Doctor, but I don't know. Just doesn't... Crashing 2 coppers doesn't seem that exciting to me. Crashing 3 coppers is pretty exciting. Okay, so we can Bounty Hunter copper, but we don't really get value out of the coins at this point, so I don't think I want to do that. We can sculpt silver for a villager, or we can just grab whatever. It is going to get smuggled. Could be an argument for taking like a doctor or something that is just not useful at all to my opponent. We should probably alms for smugglers or sculpt a smugglers, one or the other. Smugglers. I don't really care if my opponent smuggles a silver, I guess. Yeah. Ports make sense. So we could see those are all coppers. Could exile silver and then sculpt it back out, and meanwhile like get an extra coin out of that for paying for doctor if we wanted to. We'd also actually just sculpt doctor rather than overpaying for it and trash 3 coppers. Seems pretty reasonable. We don't get to play the smugglers, I guess, if we do that. That's okay. crunch. And I mean, we could buy nothing so that our opponent doesn't have anything to work with. Like, we've got this silver. I don't want to alms for a silver. I don't want to alms for port. I only get one of them. Yeah. Just take a chariot race, but that's not really very good right now. Let's just take nothing. I guess you can exile that for coins, but I don't know why you want to smuggle the doctor. Seems kind of weird. I mean, you've already got a doctor you can exile for coins. Whatever. I do want some ports. Okay. So we've got down there, we've got sculptor and 3 coppers, which is a pretty good argument for pulling the doctor, naming copper. We get to trash 2 coppers. The sculptor stays top decked. We could bounty hunt silver, and then we can buy ports. Can't smuggle ports though. Maybe I would rather smuggle sculptor. Sorry, that was what I meant. Smuggle sculptor. Maybe I would rather smuggle sculptor than. We can bounty hunt copper too, of course. Makes more sense, doesn't it? Yeah, let's smuggle the sculptor by port. Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, smuggling port is fine. Like how much of a smuggler's deterrent it is to be buying ports, really, but. I'm just going to pile the sculptors this way. I mean, there is such a thing as too many sculptors. I want to grab a port myself. Dang it. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Want more ports, I guess. So I'm just gonna not exile, I guess. I could exile silver, just to not have it in the way. I think that makes sense, honestly. We can get it back later if we want it. Okay. Good. Yeah, the chariot races are definitely going to be relevant as time moves on here. Just got to get my doctor set up and get the rest of the coppers out of the way, and then I won't be at a disadvantage, but right now I am. It's a little weird. You know that that's not doing anything. These chariot races are almost certainly not going to do anything, but there was a chance. Just need to get some. Where is my dang doctor? It's gonna take another one. Yes. And I don't care too much about like losing the split necessarily for chariot race. It's not really a big deal. What matters is how often they're hitting, not whether you lost the split. That being said, if I don't get these coppers out of my deck, and I'm down to like 2-ish. Yeah, I think 2, so it's not that bad. Harem? Okay. Probably want to sculpt port here. Go ahead and play that. This order doesn't really matter. Needed to find the sculptor. We did not find the sculptor. We should smuggle that harem. And maybe sculpt another smuggler and do it again. And then get alms for another port. Might be a bad idea though. Piles are low enough. If heth sculpts for a couple of harems, sorry, sculpts for a couple of smuggles harems, and they probably can't get 5 harems and a port. Be pretty difficult. And like getting the other port is not like a lot easier than getting both ports. I mean, it is easier. You can alms for it, but you're not gonna like get all the harems without buying them anyway. And there is no plus buy. So I think it's safe to do that. Where's my last copper? Oh, I trashed one and exiled one. I am out of copper. Okay. 9 coppers in the trash. 2 in your exile, and 3 in mine is 14. Yep, they're all gone. And we're blocking with port. Okay. Obviously, we'll want to exile the doctor this turn if we can. I guess there's something to be said for using doctor to line up chariot race. It's even more dangerous for heth to lower the ports. Which is good for me because it means that in a pinch I can, if they don't lower the ports, it means I can sculpt port to keep drawing, to turn Sculptor into a non-stop card, because otherwise Sculptor is a stop card. It's going to be, I mean, it's going to be possible for me to just empty 4 harems here. Because I can smuggle a couple, I can sculpt, smuggle another couple, if I draw enough of my stuff, which is definitely not a given. Like, I have enough stop cards. We have to sculpt for port, then we play at most 3 smugglers, we smuggle 3 harems, then if we have enough money, we can buy the last harem. So I have enough gains, even if I don't get to play 4 smugglers. I play 4 smugglers and just alms for the port. If heth takes the port, then in some ways it becomes easier. In some ways harder. We don't have the option to sculpt for a port. Of course, heth could just like buy. How much is Fairgrounds going to be worth right now? So race, doctor, smugglers, bounty hunter, port, copper, silver, estate. You have silver on my exile. Harem. Did I say sculptor? We have all 5 of the bottom row. Plus sculptor is 6, harem is 7, copper, silver, estate, that's 10. Okay, yeah. So Fairgrounds is comfortably 4 points and comfortably not 6, essentially. Anyway, I would think if you're heth, actually, I mean, of course I can smuggle Fairgrounds too, so you have to be concerned about that, but buy Fairgrounds. It is pretty awkward. Smugglers do be like that. Oh, I've had another sculptor. I wasn't expecting that. I figured they would have at least played it. I guess not. Well, should be interesting. Oh, it just takes silver? Okay. By province, maybe? I mean, the villager is nice, but I doubt heth is like desperate for a villager. Oh, I guess that works too. Does get the Fairgrounds. Okay. Well, if I can get 4 harems and a port, I win anyway. Nice. Well, this isn't good. Wonder, should I play the doctor? But we're gonna play the doctor. It's like I have no treasures except these harems in my deck. It's just the 2. What else have we got down there? I've got a sculptor. Got 2 smugglers. I don't want to get rid of. Like, if I draw smugglers here... Well, I've got chariot races. But if I draw smugglers here, then I have 2 gains, which is not very many. Get double smuggled fairgrounds. That'd be fairly safe. Not super safe. Play the doctor. I mean, I can always bounty hunt a harem, I guess. But not that... Well, yeah, I mean, it's alright. Would prefer to bounty hunt the doctor. I suppose I reveal, like... I guess I just have too many stop cards in my hand already. It doesn't matter what the doctor reveals, right? Yeah, I don't think it matters what the doctor reveals. So I think I just play the port. Oh my gosh, this is like all my ports. Jeez. This is not helpful. Okay. We can sculpt the last port. That's pretty dangerous. We can sculpt a smuggler. Smuggle fairgrounds. And then buy province. We smuggle fairgrounds, then Heth can smuggle fairgrounds. I mean, that's not ideal, but I've seen 5 of my ports, and these 8 cards is gonna be no ports. Super obnoxious. Well, bounty hunting the doctor seems like the right play. I mean, basically, it's sculpt silver just to get a villager. And buy province. Which does give me a slight lead. I guess if heth is smuggling fairgrounds, they're not smuggling harems and ending the game, so there's something to be said for that. So, fine. Smuggle the fairgrounds by province. Just really awkward. Oh, I actually have another port down here. Okay. That's good. Nice. Excellent. Blocked, 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 blocked. Now the fairground situation is the same as the harem situation, so if I can find enough smugglers win that way, it's gonna be hard. I guess I have another smugglers in those 3 cards. I can sculpt for smugglers and then play those 2 smugglers if I have enough actions. Which I may not, because I didn't sculpt for silver last time. I guess it depends what the other card down there is. Might be another chariot race. I don't think it's another port. Or I reveal a port. It is a port. Do it. Okay. Dang. Alright, well, these aren't going to go off on next 2 cards, surely. So, draw smugglers. We draw chariot race. Yeah. Okay, can we do it? We got 3 smugglers. We smuggle triple fairgrounds. It's not enough. If we sculpt a port, there's like basically no chance we draw into enough money to win. I think we'd have to draw. We've played our chariot races. We'd have to. I mean, smuggling 3 fairgrounds looks pretty good anyway. Like, just because it's hard for heth to catch up to that. We even smuggled 4 fairgrounds. What am I talking about? We totally have this. Yeah, we win. Right. Dur. Okay. Smugglers. War card. Well, I am climbing back out of the hole. I'm making climbing motions, but you can't see that. Smugglers again. Oh boy. Oh, Sentry. Okay, we'll take a look, but it's hard to imagine I'm not going to be opening with Sentry here. Smugglers and Chariot Race again. Jeez. Yeah, there's not really draw. So, I mean, I guess there's Expedition, but the only plus buy is Hamlet, so like, eh. I mean, it's got to be Sentry. I think the question is, A, do I want to take a Hamlet now? There's not much in the way of terminals that I want to play with. My opponent could totally open with Flag Bearer because I can't, like, they know I can't respond. So I could take Hamlet. That is going to make the Sentry a little bit worse. Although Hamlet helps Sentry as well in the long run. I could be super greedy and probably stupid and take Copper to get Basilica points. I could take nothing. I think Hamlet is worth taking. Although it is not great with Chariot Race. Maybe nothing is better. And then it's like, what terminals are we going to be playing? Smugglers, I guess. Rogue? Maybe. Yeah, I get the Hamlet. Might as well discard for buy, I guess. Okay, so what? We could take Expedition to make absolutely sure we don't bottom deck the Sentry, but I'm just gonna assume that 5 and 6 is good enough. Could take Smugglers. I do kind of like taking Smugglers. Not punished. That's good. I mean, it still misses the shuffle, but... Now I Expedition? Yeah. Second Sentry, we can smuggle that. Cool. Cool. Doesn't matter whether we discard here or not. Oh, it does matter. No, it doesn't. No, I can math, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Okay. We could take a throne room. We could take more Hamlets for Basilica points. That seems a little bit silly. At some point, we're going to need some econ, but I'm not super concerned about that right now. I'm going to take a throne room. It's like if we can throne the Smugglers. I don't think I actually want to throne Smugglers to gain 2 more Smugglers, though. So I probably want to... I am going to need like a silver here. I do want 2 smugglers. Doesn't seem like it can be right. We can find our hamlet here so that we can trash his friggin' estate. I mean, I guess even if we do find it, we're unlikely to be able to like cycle back around within this turn. At this point, we probably want, what, like an artificer? I don't think I want a 3rd smugglers. Run room. Okay, I can smuggle that. Do I need this copper? I think so. I am going to discard this hamlet, I think. Now we have a hamlet on top of our deck. Okay. Smuggle some throne rooms. I guess we need another silver. I mean, we could take a chariot race and be greedy, but I think we need another silver. I'd really like to buy an artificer. Can't smuggle that. Okay. There's not really much reason to throne here. I think we now don't discard. We're trying to hit artificer. Oh, great. We're not gonna get to 5. Okay, we got that. Oh, we can take 2 hamlets. This is not the card that I thought it was. That is 3 to 6. Sure. Okay, 2 hamlets. Great. Wonderful. That's super helpful, but not really. Bother with chariot race, expedition. We can set up chariot race. Let's get a chariot race. I mean, my opponent will be able to smuggle, but I will probably be able to smuggle it better. So. Probably don't want to discard here. Guess we're throning a smugglers, giving chariot race on top. I don't want to leave chariot race on top, do I? Without sentry? No. Do I want to leave Hamlet on top? No. Hello. Wait, I just cannot. I guess the problem is there's no draw, and so it's really hard to hit 5. If the chariot races go off, which they're not that likely to do because of the Hamlets, but they do. No. At some point, I want to trash the Hamlets because of chariot race. I don't know. It's like my opponent's going to finally get their last estate. Crashed. Take the last race. I mean, then I won't be able to smuggle anything, so that has some merit to it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey. How about that? We can throw in Chariot Race again. Is there anything down there that we can hit that would actually, like, we want to find the throne room with the Chariot Race. Okay, so ideally we'd find Sentry too, but that's probably not happening. Wanted to trash this copper, but nope. I guess my opponent still has one too. Okay, we can get that Artificer and get some Basilica points. I don't really want another Hamlet. Might even want to start trashing some Hamlets. I had one more coin and I could go Artificer Expedition. But I don't. But I don't. What's the alternative here? If I had one more coin, I could also buy Province. It would have some merit to it. I mean, I guess I should be able to get Artificers about as fast as they can gain the one that I gain. Yeah, it's probably fine. Not taking another Hamlet. No, not the copper. Come on. No. And it's on top of my deck. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Like, as in, I can't trash it with this Sentry. Like, I have to cycle it all the way through. God. Ugh. That's so bad. Why? Okay, so I guess we should play the first sentry first on the assumption that we're going to have to cycle back around to the other sentry to trash that copper. Don't want the smugglers on top of my deck. I have to throw in the Hamlet. Wait. Maybe I discard it with Artificer. No, we're going to do it now. We're probably not going to be able to gain a card with Artificer anyway. Ugh. Okay. But I can't, I have to throw in the sentry instead of the smugglers to trash the copper. Obnoxious. I wonder if I should be trashing silver at this point. Probably. Probably. Okay, so what I can do... Actually, I want to top deck that. I want to discard it. Smuggle Artificer and hope. Yes. Yes. Alright, I'm 1 coin short. Province. That's okay. I guess we just take another Artificer and another Throne Room. Nice. Okay. They are incapable of getting points this turn unless they like Artificer for gold or something. That's great. And I know I have an Artificer on top of my deck, which is good to know, because I would rather throw an Artificer than Hamlet, so... I really should probably start trashing Hamlets when I see them with Sentry. Like, they're not... I guess they give me buys, but... I mean, and so I probably want to keep more than 0 in my deck, but I don't know about, like, 3, which is how many I think I have. Yeah, 3. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, I see. Sure. Rip. tried to trash the copper and couldn't. Sad. Something just occurred to me. Oh, no, never mind. Somehow, like, my peripheral vision decided that there was a second empty pile, and I was like, oh my gosh, the game's almost over. But no. But no, this is not the case. Did they gain any Artificers here? Smuggler gain throne room. No. Okay. That's good to know. I can throne smugglers twice, and they do gain a non-throne room card here, then I can potentially pile out. Don't know if it makes sense for heth to do. It might be just looking to take Basilica points by taking another throne room, honestly, but... Oh, flag bearer, okay. Well, I can do that. Yeah, we're gonna not worry about buys or whatever off of this hamlet. Just gonna play it and then throne Artificer. Okay. Throne Artificer again. I was really hoping to find my sentries so I could line up my chariot races, and instead I'm drawing like all my 5 costs. Maybe I should just play this chariot race. Or maybe I should... Well, I kind of want to save a throne for smugglers, so I guess... Okay. Let's discard a smugglers. They erase. Ice. Okay. Okay. Trash the silver again. Guess we're not trashing hamlets. Alright, I want to save this chariot race for the smugglers, maybe? So... we can throne smugglers to gain, like, flag throne. We got a bunch of hamlets down here, is the thing. We can play Artificer without throning it. We throne, still only throning 2 cards. So that doesn't really do anything. It doesn't matter. I think I'm gonna just play Artificer. I want to see... Oh, 2 chariot races. Okay, well... I know there's 2 hamlets down here, is the thing. Dang it. Guess we play one of them. And we do that. And then we do that. We discard for buy. We... throne smugglers to gain flag bearer, throne. And then we throne chariot race. Top deck to throne. Okay. Can deal with that. We take throne province. Think. I could take another hamlet to gain the last Basilica points. I don't think I need to do that, though. Don't think there's any way heth is gaining 4 artificers and winning by doing so here. So I feel pretty comfortable with this move. That's not ideal. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not ideal. Okay. Smuggler's on top of my deck. Too bad I can't just skip over that. I don't really want it. I might actually want to trash it at this point, depending on what Heth does. I mean, there's no way Heth takes another Artificer, right? So I could also try to win on Hamlets, maybe 6 Hamlets. We have a max of 4 buys. We can also Artificer Hamlets. Guess we'll see what Heth buys here. But if they don't take a points lead, they might well do. Yeah. This goes for Expedition. Okay, so they don't have a points lead, so I need, like, I could potentially do it on 6 Hamlets and an estate. Well, I think I'm going to start with Sentry. Confirm trashing, discard the Hamlet. Nice. Okay, so we know we need to hit 5 costs. It's going to be a little bit tricky, I imagine, but we could trash the Flag Bearer to take back the flag rather than trying to play it. I mean, I think we can play it if we want. It might be easier to just trash it. Yeah. And then the question is, do we want to draw this province knowing that it's a stop card, but, you know, we're going to get a point from Chariot Race. I think I will draw it. And then I guess we're going to play an Artificer next. All right, it's probably time to throw in something, although we could play another Chariot Race first. Nice. Get pretty lucky with this. Let's go ahead and Throne Artificer. Oh, we got a points lead now, so we just need the 6 Hamlets. Okay. How many Artificers do I have? Well, let's discard and then discard Smuggler's Province for Hamlet. Is that too bold? Like maybe it's just unnecessary. I need to get to 8 coins and 4 buys. And I'm already at 6 coins. Or 10 coins and 5 buys, but that would require redrawing this Hamlet. So I'll go ahead and use the Artificer. And then Throne Artificer again. Oof. Didn't get a point that time. All right, we can discard Smugglers for buy. Two buys. 3 buys. 4 buys, but we're like a little bit short. But we can... So I discarded... Doesn't really help. I have 2 hamlets in play. This is my 3rd hamlet. 4th hamlet's down there, but we would gain another hamlet. So we don't need to play this hamlet. Or we don't need to... Yeah, I think... We discard this hamlet for buy. We throne the Artificer. We draw 2 cards. You know, that's not enough. All right, so we thrown Artificer now. Ooh. Okay. That's not great. So we're at 10 coins. I should have accounted for that. I could have, if I'd thrown Hamlet, if I use Artificer to gain a Hamlet, play a Hamlet. No, that doesn't work. So I gotta go throne Hamlet. Discard for buying now. It's my last card. Probably another Artificer. Oh, sorry, no, not another Artificer. Probably another Throne Room. Yeah, I screwed this up. I had it. I did have it. I screwed it up. I screwed it up. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. It was there for the taking. If I had taken, like, account for the fact that I was going to hit 10 coins, I could have discarded one more time for buy a little bit earlier in the turn and would have had it. Done goofed. All right, Throne Room, that's not so bad. Really glad I don't have a Hamlet on top of my deck, which is, you know, otherwise reasonably likely. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. I guess I should have probably thrown Sentry here. Like, I obviously have more Throne Rooms in my deck than I, like, was able to make use of last turn, which means I was underplaying them earlier when I was like, oh, I'm going to not throne this Sentry and save it for, you know, Artificer or whatever. I mean, I do have, like, more Throne Rooms than I would normally really want, like, need, just because I didn't want heth to smuggle them. There's no way heth can win on emptying piles because they can't get enough race points. We're not going to want to smuggle Hamlet because that lowers piles. So I imagine I'll just have another crack at it this turn. It'll be one Hamlet closer than I was last turn. So it should be pretty good. I do wonder whether I should have just trashed Smugglers last turn. I think I saw Smugglers with one of my sentries. I mean, I don't know, maybe I just discarded it with Hamlet or something, but I don't remember. I found one of their flag bearers, which means they're going to have a hard time trashing that with sentry. Makes it a little bit more awkward for them to retake the flag, for what that's worth. Which might not be a lot at this point, but... yeah, this opening hand looks significantly more promising for piling out. I guess it's possible I won't need to gain any cards with Artificer, that I can just use Hamlet for buys, especially with Throne Room. So that's something to keep in mind. Discarding 2 cards is more than discarding 1. That might be taking a points lead here, unfortunately. I don't know if we split the chariot races evenly or not. Maybe Heth has a 6th one. Oh, well, it doesn't matter if you have to look at smugglers anyway. So yeah, I mean, if Heth buys province, you're going to want to take the flag. Oh, or not. Okay. Okay, so we only need to connect with chariot race once. I am sorely tempted to trash this smugglers. I think I will. That's fine. Just gonna throw in an Artificer anyway. And then do it again. So right now we've got 3 buys. Maybe what I want to do is play a Hamlet and discard the smugglers for buy. Okay. We get to 4 buys. So if we can, we still need to get the extra point. Let's throw in another Artificer, I guess. Dang, through the province. I mean, we could discard for a Hamlet, but I don't think that's a good idea right now. So I think we throw in race. No, at least we go Hamlet first. Okay. We don't even know what our opponent has on top of their deck, which is annoying. I mean, this might do it. It probably won't. Right. Okay. Run another race, I guess. We could try to cycle back around to the province. It's pretty dubious that we can get there, though. Run another one. There it is. We got it. Artificer for Hamlet. Hamlet for buy. Yes. Whatever. There it is. Well, it screwed it up last turn, but luckily there wasn't much that could be done to punish me for that, for failing to execute on it. So 5-1. I'm over 50%. I don't know exactly by how much. Not very much, I think, but yeah, they should have taken game 2. That is a good reminder not to get too cocky, because you know, I didn't necessarily like outplay them to the extent that, you know, a 5-1 would suggest. Like we get, you know, if game 2, if nothing else, was a game that my opponent should have won. The Young Witch game, they certainly outplayed me in. I feel like I got pretty lucky in the invest game just to like have the tempo advantage that came from being able to invest first. But you know, I mean, you know, we take the wins, right? So I don't know if I'm gonna have a shot at promoting. I feel like I probably will, just because this division, like, nobody is like running away with the division, and now that I've had, like, I should be at least a little bit above 50%. So if I have like another really good, you know, match in my last one, then I should at least have a shot. But you know, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, that match will be happening next weekend, and in the meantime, tomorrow I will be playing my first match in the Renaissance mix. So thanks for watching, and until then.